Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will take you from the 8th of January to the 15th of January, and I wish everyone watching a really happy 2018. So give me a minute. 4 fire cards. So you've got a lot of your own element here, Sagittarius. There's a lot of desire to push forward. There's a lot of energy for success, new beginnings, and there's only one major, and it's your own card. It's Temperance card. Opening up your third eye, listening to your feelings, becoming your own spiritual guide, Sagittarius. So our own guide is always our own gut feeling and our heart. Our gut's our main brain, and our heart is our second brain, and connecting all the different chakras, all the different parts of us, so we learn to live in harmony, and we learn to have our life guided by our guides, gods, angels, whatever you choose to call it. The bottom of the card, you've got the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is a happy completion to a cycle. It talks about emotional happiness as the foundation. Your crowning card is the 8 of Swords, so, which is a feeling of being a bit stuck. And for the life of me, Sagittarius, I cannot see where you're stuck. The only place where I see you feeling stuck this week is around fear. The stories that we tell ourselves, because you've got the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. So there's a lot of mind energy, and our thinking would have us believe that we're small, that we're limited, and we cannot break out of our limited circumstances. Don't forget, she's smaller than these swords, so she can easily slip through these swords. But there's something within her, generally fear, that's maybe not quite ready to yet. I don't know, Sagittarius, very interesting, but I'll speak about it a bit later. Your additional guidance card is Truth Be Told. This card's about authenticity. It's about living your life without masks, which is the whole of Saturn and Capricorn's 2.5-year transit means. Dropping the masks and learning to be authentic. So maybe there's some issue that you feel about being authentically your own self, Sagittarius. Most of us do. Most of us have got memory of past rejections, past abandonment issues that stop us being our most genuine, truthful, straightforward self. But Truth Be Told is asking you to drop your masks and to be authentic, essentially. I think quite often what stops us being authentic is the fearful consequences we assume that will happen if we do. So you start the week. I'm going to try and bring these 4 cards together because you've got the Page of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So a lot of successful, creative energy here. It's with the 2 of Swords, so another thought card. The 2 of Swords is quite a peaceful thought card though. She's got a blindfold on. It can be about meditation, removing yourself from external stimuli in order to awake your internal world, which is what Temperance is about. Don't forget, Jupiter rules the third eye. Essentially, that's what your sign's about. Don't forget. So, for you who are not going into meditation to awaken yourself, there seems to be a delay in action. And I don't understand why with that 6 of Wands, but there's a bit of a theme here. Blindfold, blindfold. Of hesitant, maybe trying to sweep something under the carpet, not quite ready to face something head on. don't beat yourself up, Sagittarius, okay? Because you know what? See, at the end of the day, we can bang our heads off walls, but essentially what motivates us to take action is divine providence, and really, really nothing else. And that's how we can never really judge another human being, because it's spirit that motivates us to take action, not our own will. Because our will, the only real purpose of our own personal will is to align it with the universal will. But there's definitely a delay and a bit of frustration here, but it's all in your thinking. The trick for these cards is to move inwards, to activate your more deeper knowing. And some of you are doing that with the Temperance card. So you move inwards, you learn to listen to your gut, listen to your heart, activate your spiritual eye, which guides you forward. You know, Sagittarius, because you've almost got a sat-nav within you that always knows the way forward. And I'm not saying because we know the way forward means that we always follow it, okay? Because I don't follow mine actually a lot because of fear. It's always fear that stops us from following, because we fear the loss and the abandonment if we're true to our own self. But Temperance is calling for you to be true to yourself, because ultimately when we're aligned within ourselves, we cannot not move forward in an authentic way and still be a happy human being, okay? It's with the Six of Wands, which is success, victory. So I'm not sure what that victory is about. I think for some Sagittarius it's an emotional issue, because some of you just might have a new love affair starting with that Page of Cups. He can point to the start of a new love affair. He can talk to about renewing an existing bond, getting it back to its stage of much more innocence, a bit like the Six of Cups. Just restoring its basic good nature between you and another person. But I think for some, there seems to be potentially a new love affair here, but it comes with the Nine of Swords again, so there's fear here. So there's three cards, all swords, a bit non-action, feeling stuck, and fear. Sorry about the light. I'll try and move that. So some people would say that all our fears are all in our mind, okay? It's the collection of hurts, bad experiences that we haven't fully processed yet, that still cloud our present reality, that still keep us stuck, going around the ever recurring karmic cycle, okay? So I don't quite know what's going on here. I might have to pull you another card, but for some there might be a new love affair starting, but there's fear attached to it. But for some, this is an existing love affair, maybe being a bit restored again. Maybe there's been a lot of difficulties in it, a lot of frustrations. I'm not sure. I'm going to pull you another card, Sagittarius. Give me a minute. You end the week with the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands, so you're totally in your own element, full of passion, full of aliveness. Don't forget our wands represent creativity, but also our backbone, that urge to stand up, to take action, to move forward in a passionate, self-assertive way, leaving behind past limitations, past issues. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm trying to pull you another card here for these two cards. Okay, give me a minute. Yeah, okay. So it's the end of a long, difficult period, which I still think it's to do with this Page of Cups. I think it's an emotional issue. Maybe you've been in a relationship that's really been burdensome, or you're carrying a lot of psychological guilt, it's a heavy quality to this love bond. I don't know if it's time to let go or not, Sagittarius. Only you know that. But this Page of Cups is looking right at this Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning in passion, vitality, love. You know, because the fires also burn and transform, and they transform our past limitations. So we can try and move forward to more expansive energy. And you've got your Queen of Wands, full of passion, aliveness, Sagittarius. Always a really good sign. But there's definitely some sort of fear and heaviness and some sense of being stuck. I think for some it's an emotional issue. It's really quite clear. Either trying to start one, or around an existing one that's gone through a really, really difficult, tough period. Having your own card, you know, Temperance card, Sagittarius, it really is about activating your own inner light and letting that be your guide. Remember, what stops us going forward with Temperance is always fear, always fear. It's like, oh, we have to stay here because at least it's safe. Or what if this happens, and what if this happens? But passion and aliveness is calling you forward. And this mask wants to be dropped, so authenticity can be revealed. Because the wands are very, very authentic energy as well. They burn through falsity. And that's what you're being asked to do here, Sagittarius. Wow, okay, really big energies for all the signs, just huge. I'm pretty flat out with these readings. I wish you all the best, Sagittarius, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.